Today we're going to make an easy chocolate cake that has a silky smooth cream cheese buttercream. So the first step in making this cake is we want to go ahead and get our chocolate melting. This is just 65% chocolate. The next step that we're going to do before we make our batter is to prepare our pan. I like to just go ahead and trace my pan, my actual pan, and then cut it out. So we're just going to spray our pans, give it a nice coating, and then place a parchment circle in the bottom. So every now and again, just give your chocolate a little stir here, and just give it a stir until it fully melts. So in the bowl of our stand mixer, we are going to mix our sugar and also our eggs and a bit of vanilla. Boop. And we're just going to beat this for like 3 minutes or so until it's nice and light and fluffy. Okay, so while this is mixing, we are going to whisk together AP flour, a little bit of baking soda, salt, and baking powder. So the secret ingredient in this recipe is mayonnaise. So there's no butter, there's no oil or anything like that. We're using mayonnaise instead. Mayonnaise is just, if you think about it, an emulsion of eggs and oil. So those are basically ingredients in cake anyway. We're going to put our mayo in with our chocolates, and we're going to mix that until it's perfectly blended. So you can see our eggs are nice and fluffy. We are going to add our chocolate to our eggs here. And then we'll go ahead and beat that. Nice. So I'm going to reduce my speed to low here, and then I'm going to slowly alternately add my flour mixture, and this is a mixture of water and coffee. I literally like to just have 2 hands up here at a time, because the key here is you don't want to overmix it. So we are hydrating our flour, and we don't want to overmix this batter. Okay. So I just gave this a quick whisk just to make sure there's no lumps, and we are going to divide it between our 2 pans. A little pour spout here actually makes this quite easy. We'll just eyeball it for the sake of, sanity and such. All right, so I'm gonna get these 2 in the oven. I've preheated it to 350 degrees. We're gonna check back in with them in like 20 minutes. Okay, so our cakes are out, and we are just going to test them. This is a cake tester. You can also use a skewer. Just insert it into the center and make sure that it comes out clean or with like a few clinging crumbs. Okay, so our cakes have cooled a little bit. Just gonna run an offset around the outside, and then we will flip them over. Peel the parchment off. I'm gonna let them cool upside down because I kind of want gravity to smoosh that little like dome in the center, so that I don't feel compelled to cut it off to make them even, because I am who I am. So we're just gonna let these cool completely. So our cakes are pretty much cool. So we're gonna go ahead and make a cream cheese chocolate frosting. And first step, you wanna go ahead and get your chocolate melting. I'm gonna put some coffee in with my chocolate. And also I'm gonna go ahead and put a little bit of salt in there as well. This will counterbalance some of the sweetness from all the powdered sugar. So we're gonna go ahead and get that melting over simmering water. So we've got our softened butter, and then we're going to add our cream cheese, and then just beat it on kind of medium. Now and again, you want to scrape down the sides. Just want it to be nice and smooth. So we'll add our powdered sugar about a little bit at a time. I've already sifted it. Just be careful when you start it, you just want the chocolate to melt. You don't want it to be hot. Keep adding your sugar. Now all of my powdered sugar has been incorporated. I'm gonna let this sit for just a minute because I want to make sure that my chocolate is cool enough before I add it, or it will just melt the butter and the cream cheese and you'll get like a soupy mess, and I don't wanna deal with that. Neither do you. Now I'm gonna add a little bit, about a tablespoon of cocoa powder to my chocolate, just to kind of oomph up that chocolate flavor. Let me just stir it in as it cools. We're gonna add all of this chocolate at one time. If you add it piecemeal, you might get pieces of chocolate, and you wanna just go ahead and put it all in at one time, and then we'll start our mixer. Gradually increase the speed. So we are gonna beat it until it's light and fluffy and smooth. And meanwhile, I'm gonna set my cake stand and get my cakes ready. So we're gonna take this out of the mixer and we're gonna assemble. And then we're gonna put like a third of our buttercream in the middle. And your cake stand as you go. And then I'm gonna go ahead and put my other cake upside down on top of it, because you kind of want that flatness from the bottom on top. So a little trick is to put parchment paper underneath your cake for like an easy cleanup. So now we've got like a little like paper shield, if you will, around the edges. It's not necessary, but honestly it makes it easier, and that means that you can like frost without care, which is nice. So I'm just working my way around. I really just want to make sure we're getting it inside. And now we're gonna mound a bunch on the top, right? Bam. Just go ahead and put almost all of it on there, you know? We'll let it kind of sink down on the sides. All right. Let it kind of fall over the edges. I find it is the easiest way to get it to go over. And then we'll just work it down. I like to use a flat one to get my swirls. I find that you can get nicer, easier swirls that way. But you can use any offset that you want. So you just kind of go, you work your way around. Okay, all right, and that's it. So I'm gonna let it cool a little bit before I take these off. My own personal preference, you can totally take them out now if you want. Let's cut it. All right, so, man. What? Did you see that? It was a really good bite. Oh, delicious. It's so moist and like a perfectly light chocolate cake. It's fabulous.